The Tilt Interview.
So here we are. Good evening, folks.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, welcome to another edition of Tilt, the interview. Today we are talking to the Metalbyrds.
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are.
It's 2 p.m. where we are right now. So
it is the 6 hour difference then.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work it out because I've been doing a couple of interviews in the last few weeks. I've had I know Canada's about 5 hours behind. I've got one group of people's an hour in front and they want to talk to me, but one guy's in Finland, another guy's in Manchester, and the other guy's in Norwich, and it's like I don't know what's going on with that, but we're gonna get around to it, you know. As you do, we continue to progress on whilst we are in lockdown, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
You're still locked down, and let's get that. What's the deal?
I didn't actually pay attention to the news today, but apparently they came on and our Freedom Day, which was June 21st, where everything was supposed to open up, has now been set back another 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I heard because I wanted to come home. And they're like, well, I can, you know, they can't deny me into the country, but you know, I would like to bring Rye with me.
Yeah.
And they can't do that. So that's gonna be probably later this year sometime, right?
Oh, cool. And home is Paddington, did you say?
Yeah, home is Acton, Ealing.
Still miles from me.
Yeah.
You could have said, oh, my family moved up to Manchester and we're only 5 minutes from your house, Rich. I'll be, oh, cool. Yeah, just come around. You know?
Oh, we're going. We are so going. Those trains. Oh, we're so going.
Sweet. Yeah, we're going to come around one day. So, yeah. One day when I can get him into the country, I can come, but
yeah.
It's no fun without a friend.
No, exactly. I mean, plus you've got to do that silly. I mean, you got to take how long? Think about how long you got to take off now just to come over. This 14-day quarantine prior to entering. So I've entered the UK, but I'll be entering it properly in the next 2 weeks.
Right, exactly. So yeah, what am I going to do? Stay at like my aunt's house for 2 weeks? That would be boring.
No, you wouldn't be able to. You'd actually be quarantined in a hotel, I believe. I think that's.
Oh no, that's even worse.
I think that's if you're coming from like amber countries, though. But I don't know. I believe.
I think America is an amber country. Yeah.
Is it? You're not in a green?
No. We're not even green within ourselves. So.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It's pretty bad over here. Yeah.
But anyway. We're not going to talk about COVID, the lockdown. We're not going to talk about anything crap because we're here to talk about the music, aren't we?
Yes.
And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
So, where do we begin? How did the Metalbyrds become?
Well, a couple of years ago, it was around 2017, I think.
18.
No, it was 17 when I met you.
In the winter.
I
had a big party at the farm or the ranch. I did what Suzanne calls it. We have a big party out here and a lot of people were over, and mutual friends of mine knew mutual friends of Suzanne's, and she came over and we were jamming out in the barn, right? It's big enough. It's got a bar, fridge, all that. And
all the barns, yeah.
And this this friend of mine says, oh, Suzanne can sing. We didn't know this girl, right?
No, I didn't know anybody. I was just there to have some beer and, you know, to relax after work. And
proper London girl, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. And I'm thinking the whole time I'm driving out there, it's like this desolate road. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get murdered out here. And then I pull up.
It is kind of Chainsaw Massacre looking, right?
Like you pulled up, there was a guy just sort of standing there in his overalls chewing on grass going, you don't want to be going that way, no, sir.
That was him. He was like, who are you now? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm just here to, you know, and I said the names of our friends and he was like, oh yeah, come on in. And then it was like all these people were there and they were playing music and they were jamming. And I was just, you know, there and I'm just like, oh, this is kind of cool, right? And then all of a sudden they were like, she can sing. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't know any. so he started playing Sweet Child of Mine, and I got up there and I started singing it, and the look on his face went from
it was everybody's. It was everybody's, because when you got to the oh 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 oh, you know, the good part at the end, she was nailing all the screams, and everybody was just staring as like, oh, what's your name again, Suzanne? You need to jam with us.
Damn.
Yeah, so they invited me back, and you know, I became fast friends with Rye. Wasn't expecting that. And you know, we were doing like covers for a while, and then we had some problems with other members, and you know, they didn't want to do whatever. So I told Rye one day, we were hanging out, and I was like, well, what do you, he started playing me like this like riff, and I was like, that's really good, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's something I've had in my head. And I was like, oh my God, like the light bulb like immediately went off, like, oh my God, that's really good. Like maybe we can do something with this. And we started, from that day we started writing songs, and it was like, oh my gosh, these songs are good, let's actually do something. And that's when we formed the Metalbyrds that day, and it was just me and him at first, and you know, now we have a whole band, and it's, you know, we,
you know, one thing, Rich, on that note that Suzanne's saying, none of us had even known about an indie world for music and radio, and you know, other people mention it, but when you're working and just doing whatever, Suzanne was like, this is a legit thing. And she knew somebody, and that's where we started getting to stations and talking to people. And we were told, get a Twitter, and it's been fascinating because I had no idea that existed.
Yeah, believe me, same thing with me. I started on Indie Rocks Radio in February 2020. When I first kicked off doing it, I occasionally tuned in, listened to the live show, and I was like, you know, it's not really for me because I'm not really into this music. And I was listening to like whatever was being played, but then I thought, well, you know, I'll see what I can do for my show. And I basically did like over a year's worth of rock content from 1950 through to 2020, which is funny because I originally pitched the show as running for 8 weeks. You know, I've got an idea. I'll do a rock history retrospect over 8 weeks. No,
8 weeks.
No, it was 60.
And you're still here.
60 shows on Decades Rock History. Well, I mean, that's the funny thing, because quite a lot of my listeners are actually in America, so they don't give a shit. So, but it's ones that are in the UK that I know will have a choice. Are they going to tune into me, or are they going to tune into the game? It's like, they're not going to tune into me. So I can't even get my brother to turn Crystal Palace off when they're playing, when I'm playing on a Tuesday. So what I do when the show's on a Tuesday, I keep the score on my phone. Every time Palace lose, I keep texting him saying, "Oh, you should have listened to me instead."
Right.
Because I'm an asshole. Sorry,
asshole. Brothers for
I'm
you.
an asshole.
Ass.
I'm an asshole.
There you go. You got it.
We should do the rest of the interview in American like that. I think that'd be cool. Or you guys can do a really bad English accent. We could all go very. We could
go very. Yeah, we could. I've been trying to teach Rye how to say some words, and he kind of defaults into Monty Python a lot. So.
Yeah, the nights will say neat.
Right. And what's all this then?
There you go. That's not a bad one. Better than Dick Van Dyke did. So you know you're a step up there already.
Yes.
All right. There you go. Okay.
I think you've tuned in before, haven't you?
Yes.
If you haven't, it's fine. You know, you don't have to kiss my ass.
No.
But if you've tuned in before, then you know I've got a little section on my show. You'll like this because you've probably heard it before, which is called
Tilt Your Head Back.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yes.
Tilt your head back. So what we do?
That's where you got to tilt your head back, Suzanne.
Yeah, we don't literally tilt your head back. We basically if you've got a new track on for the show, which obviously we're going to be playing live for the party, which is a banger, by the way.
Thank you.
You can have a choice of one of your older tracks. I was having a breeze through the Songbird album, and I wondered whether there was any of the tracks on there that you'd wanna play next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Machine Man.
That's not on the Soundbird. That's
Oh,
wait, is it?
Hold on, I'll tell
The
you.
Songbird.
The
The
Songbird.
Songbird. That was the first one. So I was
Broken.
thinking Broken. Broken, yeah.
So yeah, track one. Good. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Mm.
And
Yes.
give us a little story behind that song if you've got one.
all right. When Suzanne sang that Guns N' Roses, we grew up with our parents and uncles always playing rock and roll. That's how I missed out on like the rap and a lot of outside of Rage Against the Machine and the Guns N' Roses when they were current. It was always classic rock forced on our family and everything and us. Well, it just became part of DNA. My brother's a bass player. He's jammed with us before. And so it was always about rock songs with instruments. And Suzanne says her parents were the same way when it came to playing all that 80s stuff, especially. So Broken is like, we always try to keep it kind of new wave of classic rock or more classic rock. There has to be a guitar solo. Suzanne has to let it go at one point. You know, that's that kind of just straightforward rock, because that's all we really know. All we really know.
That's fine.
Yeah, so for Broken, when we were initially recording Broken, it was my favorite song. I just the way the guitars and the bass work very well together. It was, for that album, it was the heavier song on the album, and I like the heavier stuff that we do too. Believe it or not, I love the heavier the heavy stuff, and I absolutely love that song. It was like a standout for that album for some reason, you know. It was our first ever recording, ever anything, and it just came out perfectly that day. And we've always said that if we could like, you know, redo it, re-record it, that would be the song that we would re-record, because it's just something got captured in that song that was total Metalbyrds, like us now, you know, and it got captured back then, and it really is the way that we see ourselves when we play and when we perform. So Broken is quintessential the Metalbyrds, you know.
Fantastic. So it's great that I said, you know, that was a huge opener to that EP, and I thought it was brilliant, and it being your first and being such a strong one to open up with, and just makes it all the better, really, doesn't it? I can understand why you love it so much. If you could give us a you know, just a little brief soundbite, say, you know, you're listening to this is Broken from the EP, blah blah blah, and you're listening to it on Tilt. Just do that.
Do you want to do it, Rye, or do you want me to do it?
Well,
you've got the better voice. Go.
You'll both have a chance, because obviously one of you's got to open Life of the Party afterwards. So.
Okay. Well, here. Okay, if I got the better voice. Okay, this is Suzanne Birdie, and you're listening to Broken from the Songbird EP. Here you go.
Cool.
But she never said Till.
Oh, don't worry about
it. Take two.
Go on, then, give it another go. Go on.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Suzanne Birdie, and you're listening to Broken off our first EP, The Songbird, on Tilt. Well, let me tell you it's over now. No money to choose. And since you left me, I ain't singing like blues. So stretching, you took what I had. You want it this way, but you don't understand. I may be down, but I'm not broken.
Excellent. And then that will play, and then we'll be sort of doing that. So I like that. That was a cool dance move that you just did. It was like,
that was sweet.
It's a mixture of dad dance and fibromyalgia, because both of my shoulders have seen that this evening. I'm smiling, but I'm actually in great deals of pain. So,
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. To be honest, if I do something like this, it takes my mind off it because there's nothing I can really take for it. Plus, I've got remedies and stuff, you know.
Lucky.
Excellent. So, Broken, fantastic track that. The EP is great and everything from there is great. The first track I actually heard from you guys was Impossible.
Oh.
I do believe actually that actually made it to my. I can double check this while I'm actually on here.
Yes.
I do believe I actually made that to my episode of Decades Rock History 2020. Let me just let me see. Finish.
Wow.
I've got so many things on here. What have I got? Let's have a look at the playlist. What was on my 2020 list for then? Ding, 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 ding.
A few moments later.
Oh no, there you go. Sorry, my apologies. No, you were actually on episode 1 of Tilt. So yeah.
Oh wow.
On one of the shows.
My debut show. So you've had Impossible on episode 1 of Tilt, and Spitfire Pete was episode 6, I think.
Well, to be on your first episode of Tilt, that's a big honor. Thank you.
Hey,
thank you.
I think the reason why I'm mixed up is because I believe I actually had it set for the 2020 show, but because I was still kind of moving out of the mainstream I'd done, I didn't want to push the indie onto the mainstream and get people confused. And I thought, well, I'll dedicate the indie stuff to its own show. So there you go, boom.
Okay.
I didn't open the show yet though, so sorry about that.
No, that's.
I can go back and edit it though, no one will know.
No, that's okay.
But no, you guys are so if you ever check my Mixcloud, you're on 2 of my shows on my Mixcloud, and you should be on. You're definitely going to be on the May on Tilt Spotify playlist.
Okay, awesome.
Possibly the June.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's great.
There's only like I don't know. I don't think anyone follows those damn things. Yeah, so I say Broken, great track. And I said Impossible's a great track. Spitfire Pete's brilliant. Spitfire Pete, oh my god! When you told when I read about what that was about, it got me there. My eldest son is 19 and he's highly autistic.
Wow.
And we recently got a diagnosis. My daughter is now on the spectrum as well. So, yeah, it's difficult, but just the fact that you did that, for a fan, I just thought it was incredible. It was heartwarming because you're not going to get that kind of anything from. I mean, I can't see like Guns N' Roses suddenly writing an ode to a fan. You know what I mean?
No, we when we initially met him, we were really just taken back by his love of music, period. That his grandmother was telling us that gets him through like every single day. He has his times where he comes back from school and he has specific times he listens to music, and he loves rock and roll and he loves indie bands. And we were like, oh my gosh, this kid is awesome, right? Despite
we got him some Texas shirts and those suckers that have a scorpion in them.
He loved it. We
got him a bunch of goods from Texas for him.
Wow.
Yeah, and he loved it. And he was the first person who ever wanted like a picture from us and a signed autograph from us. And he apparently has a wall of rock, where he has all his favorite bands. Cool. And he put my picture like on it, and that was really touching for us because that was the first time in 2019 that, somebody we got recognized. And it was like, oh my gosh, why not? When we were talking about like what kind of songs we want to write, we were like, well, I was like, why not write about Pete? He's awesome little kid.
Yeah, man.
And he's going through so much, and it came naturally to us. Like Spitfire Pete, that's a great.
It's like that's a hook.
Name.
That's
Yeah.
a hook.
That's
word.
a hook right there. Just the name itself. So we wrote this whole entire song about this brave little boy, right? And in the song, we made him a brave man, you know, that, you know, fought in a, you know, in the war, and it just fit perfectly. It was the right timing. And we love to do stuff like that, you know. If we could write a song about all our fans, we would, I think.
You know,
go.
Suzanne had the keyboard going and she was doing this song. Just, you didn't really have a title, but the idea was Rich on the radio, and it was. We don't know if we're going to go anywhere with that, but
maybe you'll have to ask me for some sound bites. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I could do. He does his dance on the television. Right, like your little.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Damn it, I'm going to pay for that tomorrow.
Oh no.
I'm gonna blame you guys for that. So what happened to you? Oh, yeah, I was dancing with two people from Texas, you know. If they say who, just say Charlene Spiteri. Ha ha ha. No, mate. Excuse me, the beer's repeating on me now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm starting to think maybe I should get myself a rock wall, you know.
Yes.
Why not?
I have never once asked for anything from anybody I've spoken to.
Why not? You should.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I mean,
I would be like, we were like, when he asked, I was like, what? He wants what from? I was confused. Like, what? He wants what?
Yeah.
From us? It was awesome to like get a request like that. I'm like, yeah, you should definitely do it. I'll send you something.
I sometimes just I get worried about asking for the MP3 some days, you know.
Nah, we love to like send out our music.
It's the weirdest thing, because I've spent all these bloody years thinking I'm sick and tired of these celebrities that go to places and they get all these things for free. Why can't I get anything for free? And now I've started working on a radio show and I get free music, and it's like,
yeah,
perks.
Why not get other shit for free?
Wow, yeah.
If you start that wall, Suzanne, we've got a couple of things.
We're gonna send you a couple of things.
We can send them. That'd be perfect for his wall.
I've got space here. I've got one poster up that my mum made at Christmas. It's just one of those, you know, the canvas square things. She basically took my Decades Rock History poster off of Facebook and printed it on the wall. Unfortunately, she took the one up that basically said, you know, it had the wrong time on it, 8 till 10, because I was on at 6 till 8. And she unwrapping that on Christmas Day, she goes, "Oh, you'll like this, but I'm really sorry, I got the time wrong." I'm like,
"It's mom."
Okay.
You can't say anything.
Right, it's mom.
Because she tunes in. She tunes in every week anyway. She's
okay.
Both her and my dad are in their 70s now, and they both listen to the music. And you've heard obviously the range of some of the songs I play.
Yeah.
And when I actually told them about the Spitfire Pete story, about the kid and you know the autism and all that, and she did the whole kind of thing, grandkids and all that. So
yeah, your mom is awesome. Then
you're not the first.
Right on, Mom.
You're not the first band to say that. She's going to start getting her own fans soon.
She might.
I've got as long as it's not an OnlyFans, we're okay. Yeah.
No, she wouldn't want that, but
only grands.
Only grands, right? You never know. Awesome grands could make some money.
Could be, yeah. www.gilf.com.
Oh my God.
Yeah. How have we gone from music to old people doing stuff online?
To your mom. That's terrible.
No. I said don't let it be my mum. You've just put my mum back in. Oh no. What are you doing?
Well, you know what? To your mom, we're gonna add to that wall that she started. So there you go.
Well, thank you. I shall get your people to talk to my people.
Yes.
Talk to each other. Yeah. We have no middlemen.
Yeah.
Do we? But yeah.
Well, your mom.
Cool.
Your mom. Yeah.
But new music. As we're here, new music. Your track Life of the Party dropped on Friday, where are we on the 14th today? I'm going to get this right so I don't fuck it up. The 11th, wasn't it?
11th, yes.
Yeah. Last track. So Life of the Party, I mean, is it a self-explanatory song? Is there a story behind it? Or?
I had this song for a couple of years, and me and the bass player Kevin always played it. And I played it with my brother, but we never had any real feel for it. And Suzanne, after a few drinks one night when we were rehearsing, we started playing the riff, and we always do the whoa, whoa. And Suzanne just started going for it. And it's like, yeah, it's time to finish this song. We have like 40 songs we have, just no time to record them. But this is another, we had it. Suzanne was like, it's going now. And she just let it rip.
Yeah, it was such a, like the feel of it was such a, for a party song. So we wrote the lyrics for parties. I mean, everybody could use a good party song in their catalog, right?
Absolutely.
It's just a song you play at you just like jam out to, and you play at parties, and everybody can like, there's no message behind it. It's just I don't know, a drinking song, right? A drinking, partying in your backyard, or
it's one of those ones that if you had it on a playlist and it played early in the night, people would be like, that was good. And then later on, if it repeats after everyone's had a drink, they all know to go, oh.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah. It's one of them sing-along songs where they could just do, like to the whoa, right?
Yeah.
Everybody needs one of those songs.
God damn it. Absolutely we do. I mean, looks like summer's not going to be that great again, but we're not talking about that, are we?
No, we're not talking about that. But when summer is finally over and people get back to normal, that's a perfect song to like play at a pub, right? Or
yeah. Or a bar.
We're so hoping. Rich, this whole record from Spitfire to Life of the Party and the other 6 songs on all of them we just went for working with our buddy Ray, who understands rock and has done a lot of rock stuff.
Yeah.
He's kind of shifted. This is a better way to record this. This is a better way to record this. And he says, you guys have a lot of power. When I've heard you play live, you have a lot of power. Let's try to capture that better in these songs. And we think if you like the first 2, we're pretty sure you're going to crank the rest, because they're all the same kind of speed, like all of our stuff.
Cool.
Just sounds better.
A hard rocking rock and roll style.
Yeah, that's the kind of music that we love to listen to, so we might as well play it, right?
This is music fans playing music,
Exactly.
And
we're huge music fans.
That's the biggest thing about the independent scene. The people that make the music and play the music are fans of the music, and you'll back each other. I mean, the conversation I was on to today was talking about bands conversing with other bands, and all of you sort of getting together and making your own network, and that is what that's what Twitter's about. You've got your follow Fridays, you've got your music hump day Wednesday, things like that, so many things, and you can just tag everybody in it, and then people come back on, and then you retweet, and before you know it, more people tuning in, more people listening, you find yourself on more playlists. Boom. I mean, it's not the same as the mainstream, but let's face it, the conversation I was in today, we were discussing whether or not that's going to last, because
it's definitely not the same money as the mainstream.
But I have heard that actually some of the people that do this aren't actually that bothered so much about the money. I mean, of course it's going to help.
Of course, it does help. When we have a hashtag that we're trying to start a movement. Indie bands do it all. Hashtag.
Okay. Oh, let me just.
And it's true. It's true. We as an indie band, we do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
Including spending the dough to do everything. That's the biggest part of it. So the money, I can't imagine getting any sort of money from a record company. That would be mind blowing to us, you know, even if it's a couple zeros. It doesn't have to be, you know, 8 or 10 or.
I'd love to win the lottery and start a music company and basically just grab as many people as possible. But this is the weird thing, because we've got in this conversation this afternoon, was it's like the double-edged sword though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Are you still independent when you get bought?
No. You see,
No.
You know,
100% no.
it's difficult. It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's the same as punk rock in the 70s. You know, you were punk because you were against the establishment, but then if they made it big, you were no longer.
But then
punk.
you became the establishment. So
absolutely, yeah.
Are you still punk or are you pseudo punk?
Exactly.
Are you independent or are you pseudo independent?
You know, we see that a lot. You'll see a tag where that'll include, you know, support independent music, and you'll look at a big thread, and a few of them are actually signed. So it's like, well, thanks for the promo for the label, somebody that already got the check, but the rest of us are still struggling making music we like, and hope it strikes a chord. And we've been real lucky with that, right?
Yeah.
And all we're doing is just straight up rock and roll, right?
Yeah. But you're right. That begs the question: are you still independent? We would say no.
No.
At that point, you're just part of the industry. You're part of a gear that's turning, and you become, from independent rock, you become, I don't know, soft rock or whatever their label is for you at that point, right? You're not independent anymore.
Turns you into.
You'd have to get a person who's literally got pots of money and you know, can just work at a loss, because that way they can say, okay, if you need money to record, here's your studio, here's your stuff to go touring, whatever you make is yours. I mean, screw it. If the Euro Millions came through and I got £200 million in the bank, I'd bankroll as many people as I bloody can. I'm not going to spend £200 million in my lifetime, am I?
No, but that would be, honestly, that would be great, because we know several people in several bands who have gone completely broken or in debt way over their head, because they're financing their own stuff for themselves, and that's their love. They want to do it for themselves, right?
It's unfair as well, isn't it? Because you look at it and you think you can see how it'll just break someone, and it's not right. It's especially when you can turn on the radio and hear like, and this is number 1 this week, and it's like, and that's
right. It's like, that's the most frustrating part of the whole thing.
See, I don't.
But yeah, when you go anywhere in the world, you still hear rock and roll songs.
You do,
right? It's still everywhere, so there's a chance, right?
Rock is not dead. It's not
rock. You know, I've had this argument many times with Rye about, is rock dead? And I think, I hate to say it, I think rock is dead in America. America has. He shakes his head. There's glimmers of hope. No, I'm not saying it's completely dead. There are glimmers of hope. You know, 2 years ago, a rock band won the Grammys for Best Rock Song. It didn't happen this year.
No.
But, you know, last year we were like, oh my gosh, you know, Greta Van Fleet won Best Rock Song, and they are a rock band. So there are glimmers of hope. But then I turn on the radio, like last night coming home from work, and I turn on my local alt station, and it's like you said, boom, and it's like, this isn't rock at all. Like, what are they doing? And they're promoting it as rock, and it's like, what's going on? Am I in like a time warp? What's happening here? So
okay. On the flip side,
go on the flip side. Let's take the other side.
On the flip side, Journey and Queen both have over 1 billion plays on Spotify, and that's about as classic rock royalty as you can get, Journey and Queen. So, I mean, when we go to the grocery store, you can hear Guns N' Roses or even AC/DC while you're getting your vegetables and fruit. Right? So rock is still heard.
Yeah.
So it's not dead.
Not by the mainstream. It's still heard. I mean, it's nice to go to other countries and they play rock everywhere. But in America, Not
don't
on
know.
the
When you
radio.
see a car commercial and they're playing Crazy Train by Ozzy, that's pretty rocking for a car commercial.
Yeah, I mean, we've now got Flash, not the actual Queen version. It's actually to sell Flash detergent.
Yeah.
You know, it's frustrating when you get something like, especially of Queen of all things, suddenly going Flash, cleans up the impossible, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and you're just thinking, what the?
Yeah, I never got that. I never got that from them. I just didn't.
Craziness. I mean,
Yeah.
they wouldn't even give Stallone another one bites the dust for Rocky, but you know, as soon as Freddie's gone, they'll start selling you cleaner.
Yeah, but you know, it makes me wonder who's doing that. Is it the record company who owns the masters, or it can't be, you know, Queen itself selling their stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's one of those mysteries you don't want to find out, because if you find out it's Brian May, you're like, you complete,
right?
You know,
right.
You don't want to know anyway.
I don't want to hate the dude, you know.
No.
So yeah, I don't want to know, but I'm hoping it's the sellout record company. Yeah.
Probably. We've branched off the subject. Actually, I need a quick I need a sound bite for the Life of the Party track. If Sly can do that for us.
Y'all are listening to Till Rich on the radio. Indie Rocks UK. Our newest single, Life of the Party. Turn it up.
Look at me, can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Look at me, can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Once he starts to roll, time to lose control. Tap your toes, bang your head, and move your body. Seeing everyone getting it on, just having fun. You should come with me, pump it up, we're number one. Look at me. Can't you see? That's just me. I'm the life of the party. Look at me. Can't you see now? That's just me. I'm the life of the party.
I think that was pretty good. Yeah.
That was better than mine. Shit.
Oh
No, yours was good.
I think I might.
I'm Suzanne 30. You're that thing too. Yeah, that was real good, Sus.
I think I might have to start getting you to do some more promo for me. In that case, you know, you've definitely got the voice there for that.
Yeah, he does.
But I like Suzanne's voice. That's why she's the singer. You know, a lot of people like her voice. I'm a big fan of it. So,
She's definitely got the pipes, isn't she?
Yeah.
Got to be careful what you say these days.
When I start yelling at him too, like in the middle of practice, when we're like yelling and screaming at each other, I could definitely out scream him.
It's the passion. It's the passion inside. That's why.
Passion.
Yeah, it's passion. Do you hear that? It's passion.
Absolutely. So, biggest question I think I can ask both of you this evening is, what does the future hold for Metalbyrds?
Well, so Spitfire Pete and Life of the Party are our two first singles off of our fourth album, which is just going to be named number 4, or just 4. We are currently still working on number 4. So we have a couple songs that are going to go into post-production pretty soon. And we are going to finish up our album. We're going to finish the summer strong. We have another single after Life of the Party.
Nice.
For like a summer, it's going to be a summer heavier kind of single. I personally love this next song too.
An anthemic rock belter, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just when you're going to want to crank. This one's the heavy one on the record.
Nice.
So after we put out when we put out the song, we're actually shooting a music video. We're doing it ourselves because indie bands do it all. We're doing our music video ourselves. It's going to be our first music video. We're going to be putting it out by August. I think that's safe to say August. After that, we're going to be releasing more singles off the album, and we are already in progress and working on our next album. We love recording. We have, over the whole pandemic, we have discovered a love for writing
Mhm.
and recording,
Mhm.
and it's fun. It's fun to create. It's
Yep.
fun. Yeah.
The dream to maybe we're the next ones to actually write a rock hit or a classic is, you know, that's the inspiration. It's exciting to even think that way, not being vain, but if no one's writing rock hits, it's kind of in your court if you're writing rock songs.
Yep.
And so that's what, that would be the fun.
Start a rock opera, a new one or something, or a concept album.
I mean, shit, if we could write the next Bohemian, I'm sorry,
Bohemian Burpsody.
Burpsody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a potential that we could have the potential for. You never know, you know, what could come out of us one day, and we could write the next big hit, and that would be mind blowing. That would be like life changing for us, you know, and for rock, because we are strong advocates of bring rock back. You know, rock is not dead.
No, it's not.
No. So,
no,
I
think I came to the conclusion the other day whilst having a conversation about whether is rock dead, and it was based on the fact that the person who said rock is dead is Gene Simmons. It's like, well, yeah, you know, Gene Simmons, it's one of those iconic names. You say it and you know who he is. So
right, where he's wearing a Kiss shirt right now.
So Gene Simmons says rock is dead, but then you think about it. It's like, why does he think rock is dead? And then you think, well, when's the last time he like did something new that doesn't sound like Kiss from 1983? You know, when did he suddenly think maybe rock isn't dead, maybe it's evolved? Because it definitely fractured in the 2000s. You know, it opened up, it went alt, it went metal, it went, you know, I mean, even back in the 80s when Run DMC did the King of Rock, and then they did Walk This Way with Aerosmith, and you know, the Beastie Boys came in, things like that. So you had this rock rap genre thing, which sort of, it didn't carry on as much, but then obviously then Linkin Park came and they metaled the
rap out,
and it's never died. Rock's never died. It has evolved, you know. And the funny thing is, like, there are bands that I've been playing on my show that play like classic rock styles, and to hear them is you know, it's phenomenal just to hear that someone in like 2021 is still playing the kind of tracks that I grew up listening to because my dad was listening to them.
Right.
So it doesn't die. It's not gone. It's always there because it's the basis of it all. I mean, you guys just get up there and awesome. So
thank you.
That's the best way I can put it, you know.
But you know, you're right. It hasn't died. It has fractured though, right? Because you have new metal that's been around since the 2000s. You have classic rock. You have bands, you know, like who are going back to like hippie rock, classic rock.
Yeah, the psychedelic coming back quite a bit.
Yeah, you know, you have grunge bands, you have alt bands, you have all these different genres. You know, like the record company has divided. It's like they've divided rock, right?
Yeah. But
it hasn't died. It's just evolved into new forms. So,
and I think,
you know, Gene Simmons, he's, you know, he's a rock god, but I think he's also a little disconnected from maybe the whole music scene, right?
Yeah, he's like I say, he's got his mansion, he's got his name, he's got his everything. So
he's living in a bubble rather than the real world, right? Where we are definitely in the real world. We go to work every day. That sucks, you know. I wish I had a mansion. I wish I had, you know, my own television show. And no, maybe not. I take that back. But you know what I mean? Like, I wish I was living his lifestyle, but I think he's a little disconnected when he said rock
sucks with Suzanne today. Work suks. Tune in next week. Work will still suck.
Oh, you have the perfect American accent, but Rye got a mouthful of it last night from me when I was talking to him on the phone, and I was like, "This sucks." I wish I was a rock star. I wish I was like a rich rock star, because I would work. Yeah.
like I say though, it's like I say, remember the double-edged sword thing I said.
Yes.
Always keep that in the back of your mind, because it keeps you, it'll keep you guys humble, and I think that will shine through in your work, because I think you can tell when certain bands after a certain amount of time hit that, like I think it's usually around, it's usually around the third album, because 9 times out of 10 they usually have to sign like 3 album contracts, and you'll get like a big heavy debut album, and the second one will be like phenomenal, and the third one will be like, you know, not that good, is it? And the reason it's watered down is because they're knackered, because you know, they're not recording for the love of it. They're told, you've got a deadline, do this or we sue. It's like,
Right.
well, thanks very much, you know, for completely ruining my idea of how music goes.
Yeah, it's like the record company at that point owns the band. They own their ideas even before it comes out, you know, on paper. And it is a double-edged sword. That's why I've always told Rye, I think I would rather not be famous, not be, you know, like
just have the money.
Just have the money. That's all I want. I just
But it would be nice to have at your disposal an arranger and better production people behind you, or some direction, right? You know, because indie bands do it all. We're the direction.
Yeah.
And we can run things by Ray when it comes to sound. But he's like, your songs are good, you know, but I'm not this, I'm not that. We get it. But they're fun for us to play. And if anyone else likes them, we're grateful when they do, right? Because that's the high. When somebody says that song is like that British word to use.
Well, I said it was a banging tune.
There it is. Yeah.
It's a banging tune, mate. That's BAGGIN apostrophe. Or is it an apostrophe?
Rich on the radio. Indie Rocks UK.
Banging. Hold on, let me get my little thing. 1, 2, 2. No, which one is it? Banging.
There you go.
Sweet.
Do all my own jingles, don't I? So
yeah,
I do.
You and Ryan could team up and have a jingle writing.
Well, he could do the actual music. I unfortunately, when it comes to like indie bands doing it all, guys like me do it all as well. But because I'm not musically talented, I'm afraid I do have to purchase a lot of my music and sound effects. But
but you know, you guys are in the same boat we are, because you guys are pushing us. Without you, there would be no us, right?
And vice versa.
To be quite honest, without the DJs who support the indie music and the indie scene and the bands and the music, period, there would be no us, because no one would hear us. So why it would be like, why are we doing this again if no one is hearing us? So we really have to, like, you guys are like the bedrock of the indie scene. Seriously.
Thank you.
And now that we've been in it a while, Rich, I'll tell you something else. Now that we've been here for a while, you'll talk to people, co-workers or family, and when they're checking out their phone and getting to a radio, it's funny. I've seen so many people now that have an indie station or have programs they follow, where I would have never thought of asking that before. And now I do. And some people, when they know because we're in a band and whatnot, they'll ask and they're like, oh, I know this one. And it's really surprising that they won't do any mainstream anymore, and they go hunting for indie rock stuff. And that's amazing. That
would be www.indierocks.co.uk. So
that was
with
a great
Rich on the radio.
It is. So 6 p.m. British summertime, which should be noon for you guys.
Central Texas time, yes.
Texas time. But like I say, if you do miss the 6 p.m., it's repeated at 2 a.m. on the Wednesday morning, which would make that easier for you, because
that would be 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m.
So
that's awesome. But yeah, you guys are doing everything like we're doing everything. You know, you buy your own equipment, we buy our own equipment. You guys have your programs. Yes. We have our,
own equipment. So.
You know, and we're constantly upgrading our equipment like you guys are. You know, we're all in it together.
I started. I'm paying for the Adobe stuff now, because it's just I did my entire first season on Audacity, which is a free open source music thing, and
Yeah.
It was great, but you can't work in real time. It would take something like 6 to 7 hours to get a show done, whereas I can knock it out in 2 now, and I can drag and drop as it goes, and it's all done there and then, and I can put things in. It's so much quicker. Unfortunately, the computer here is like ancient, so I've now got to fork out about 1,100 quid for a new one.
No,
I'm going to get a computer someday.
You need one, because
yeah, that's what Suzanne says all the time.
I'm in the same boat. My computer that I've been using to record our songs.
Yeah.
I set up my own studio this last year. My computer is 11 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, it still works great. It was top of the line when I bought it 11 years ago, top of the line, and it still is functionable. I still have, everything I need, but I'm in the same boat. I need a new computer. I've been, begging about that, talking about that to Rye, and he's just like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Computers, it's like his
hand me a guitar, man.
But I still talk about it. So we're in the same boat. We're in the same exact boat. Yeah.
That's the thing about computers. They're just like cars, though, innit? The minute they come off the lot, they're just worthless.
Yeah.
I got this top of range new car. Oh, look at that. It's already been replaced with this one. Oh, great.
But it still works, so we can still record.
We can
that's
still
all
do Zooms.
Do
Zooms. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well.
What do you guys have planned for the rest of the day?
Work.
Shit, innit?
He has to go to work. Today is my first day off from work, so I'm going to probably go back to sleep and wake up about
high five there. Yeah.
Wake up. I was so tired last night. I was like yelling at him. So I'm just gonna relax for the day. Yeah.
Cool, because this is one of the things that a lot of people don't seem to realize when it comes to the independent scene, that you guys actually have full-time jobs.
Yep.
Yep.
We do, and it's hard to maintain your job and have to write music and have to he has to come up with music, and it's all going at the same time. We never take a break.
Mm-hmm.
When on our downtime, we take as much advantage of it as possible. But like later tonight, I might, we're working on one more song. I might add some backups to it, some vocals parts, and whenever I feel like it, because I'm exhausted. But yeah.
Here's a question, actually. Here's a question I just thought of.
Sure.
So having a full-time job and doing this on the side,
mm-hmm.
Do you ever get a moment when you're actually in work and someone says, "Hey, I heard your track the other day"? Do they?
That's happened, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But do they ever say something like, "Go on then, give us a song"?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
all the time, especially to me. They're like, "Hey, can you sing something?" Yeah. And I'm like, well, I just hit them back because I work with all men.
Yeah.
So I just hit them back with, "Are you going to pay me to do it?" And then they're like, they shut up immediately. Like, are you paying me?
You can only use that line until the first time someone sticks $5 in your face. And here you go. And you're like, okay.
No, then I have a comeback for that. Then I take it. I'm like, "Thanks for lunch, buddy," and then I walk off. Yeah.
And this is the music business. I got to eat first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hungry.
$5, fuck you.
That'll buy me like some French fries and maybe a milkshake or something. Really? It's hot in Texas, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've had weird weather here the last couple of days. It didn't quite work out what's going on. Apparently we're due thunderstorms soon. They're still boring though. They're still boring thunderstorms. I've seen the way the night sky goes over in America, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah,
wow.
I've heard. Yeah, wow, scary because it's not the best, but
scary. No.
It's still got to be. It's still got to be something to behold.
Yeah.
Rich, have you been to Texas?
I haven't been out of the UK in 20 years, and I've only ever been abroad to 2 places. I went to France for the day in the 90s, with the school, and I've been to Gran Canaria twice, and that is
Okay.
it.
Well, you're invited to Texas anytime you want.
Cool.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
pay for the ticket, and I'll be there.
Okay.
I don't have
We
a
might.
passport, but yeah,
Well,
it would
once
be
you
great.
get a passport, because I actually have to come back and renew mine pretty soon. I
Yeah.
think next year it expires. So yeah, we'll get you over here.
Or vice versa. You know,
Or vice versa. Oh,
Yes.
we're definitely coming. But
excellent.
we got to get you over to Texas so you can have barbecue.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, what else? There's
weak beer.
Well, oranges and limes and lemons right off the tree.
Oh, nice.
yeah, weak beer, but there's some good
Yeah.
craft beer. You know, you never know.
That's cool. It's definitely a date. I'll have to see. I mean, I guarantee though, if I did that and I didn't bring the wife, she'd kill me. So
Oh yeah, she can
Yeah.
come.
it's trying to find time to bloody make that. Can you just imagine having to try and tell my bloody kids I'm going to America and you're not coming? It's like they won't talk to me ever again. So yeah, unless we
But it's
family.
for work. You could be like, it's just for work, right?
Oh yeah, well,
Until you bring them back a bunch of gifts, and then
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, that's true.
true. Of course, the way it's still considered by my teenagers that this is just dad's hobby.
Oh.
So, you know, when I say things like, oh, I'm going to be recording an interview this evening, they're like, oh, okay, why? It's like, because I'm talking to people about, you know, or I'm trying to record a show and they're running up and down the stairs. I'm like, can you give it a rest? Oh, what? It's not like it's important. It's, oh, yeah, because it's not a job. If this was paid, would you be as loud? Well, it's not, is it? So
No,
It's rural.
teenagers.
it's about the second time I've done that impression. That's of my son. So he doesn't watch these interviews though. So there we go.
Okay, good. Teenagers.
Yeah, we were
What are you gonna do?
we were them once, weren't we?
Yeah. I was that bad too.
Not long
I
ago.
didn't get it.
Not long ago. Hey, because you're still young.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are you?
yeah.
This grew in during lockdown, by the way. So
Really?
yeah, I got bored and just left it.
I mean, it
That's-
looks great.
I'm
Great.
waiting for it to flow down here, and then I'm gonna.
Oh my God! If you
Tie it
come
up.
to Texas, they might mistake you for ZZ Top. You know that, right?
No, I highly doubt it. They're relatively old-looking guys, and they're slim, and I'm big and fat.
All you need is the hat, like a low brim hat, right? And then just the mysterious.
I think that's what I need. I definitely need a cowboy hat. That's one.
Yes.
That would be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Start wearing those out to actual interviews when we start doing them, because it's bound to get to some kind of like a face-to-face interview at some point, whether it's going to be over here in the UK or screw it, just fly over to Texas for the weekend. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You have places to stay over here, right? And you can
Jump in the
do
tilt
one of,
jet.
I love when they have their hat on and they like flick it like that, and it's just like what are you doing? I don't get it.
Hello, little lady.
Wow, that was perfect. That was perfect.
I convinced somebody one night in a pub that I was American, and they said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from California." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, where?" I went, "By the beach." I don't know.
You should have just went for the obvious and said like LA or.
It was the 90s. It was 1998, and I think I just said it because I'd had a few beers, and I hadn't done geography since 1993, so I wasn't
right.
But there you go.
Yeah.
Right. So what have we done this evening? So we've got your life story, we've got where you come from, and all that. We've talked about your broken. We talked about your life at the party. We had a really nice conversation about Spitfire Pete, which was fantastic, and the future of Metalbyrds.
Yeah.
Any tours? I mean, obviously, how is it going over? Because obviously, touring's currently all over the shop, isn't it?
It's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, touring is starting to come back, but still places are still social distancing and all that. So it's like, we don't want to play a show where there's only going to be like, 25 people there. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
We rather,
we didn't get a chance to play out a lot the first time around, and we never took any pictures. That's just the way it is, right? We never thought about it.
Yeah.
We go to visit England, a pandemic hits, we come back to America, there's nothing to do but just write and play amongst ourselves. So now we figured we want these conditions. We know we can get them. We know we can get a good crowd, but it has to be set up right. So maybe in August, that's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
just to get back out from rehearsal.
Cool.
Yeah.
So August there, not August UK.
No.
No, I was just making sure because.
Well, it depends. We had some dates in the UK set up before pandemic hit. It was supposed to be for last summer, and obviously that never happened. So if we can get some more dates, we would love to. I always love to come home, so we would love to come to the UK and play a couple shows. And
you'd have to play Manchester because that's nearer for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so on with Manchester. Manchester seems to be a rockin' town.
It is. This is where Manchester's rising station comes from. Rocks Radio.
I don't think the last time I went to Manchester must have been maybe 2000. So it's been a good 20 years since.
It's changed. I've moved up here in 2001. So.
So it'd be nice to come back and it would be nice to play out again, but like I said, it has to be worth it because we've discovered our love of writing. It's fun to create.
That is the actual silver lining of the last 15 months that I think has been echoed across the majority of indie bands that I've spoken to through Twitter on here as well, that you've had that time to reflect on your past music and perfect other things. You've written your lyrics, you're producing your music, and like I said today whilst we were discussing music as well, that the indie scene still continued to thrive in the last 15 months, whereas the mainstream sort of sat back and was like, we can't do anything because we can't go to our studios. It's like, well, why don't you record at home?
They have all the money in the world. They have, when you see these shows where they take you through their house, they have recording studios in their houses. What's just because you can't pack out a stadium, that means you can't do anything. That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
So
it's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. Welcome to Cribs. This is my house. I'll tell you, you want to do a Cribs thing? Here's my house. This is a green screen. So.
Oh, I thought that was the wall. That would be
No.
That's cool. It really looks like that's your background. Yeah.
Let me just let's have a laugh. It's like a welcome to Cribs. I'm going to take you to my recording studio.
That's awesome.
And while we're here, let's go visit space. Or let's spend the rest of the afternoon at the beach. What do you think?
Yeah, on my oceanfront beach where
it's breezy there today.
Yeah, apologies for that. I had chicken for lunch. So.
Oh, of course.
Wow, yeah. While Rye sits in his, what is that, your bathroom, Rye?
No, this is my freaking work closet with the clothes in it.
It's the work
I had
closet.
to fold them. I'm busy.
This is rock and roll. I'm folding my.
Yeah, this is rock and roll. I'm talking about my laundry and geez.
It's laundry day, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's real rock and roll.
That is indeed. There we go. Let me get some.
Oh yeah.
While you're perched over the San Francisco sunset,
I'll put my tilt.
That's a nice one. I like that.
I like the brick wall behind there.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. That was my first.
Yeah. That way, if in case you have like a bad interview, you could just get up and go run yourself into the brick wall.
Exactly.
Boom!
Exactly.
Oh, or a bad interview, you can start doing jokes like it's at a comedy club.
Yep. Or if you actually want to see what my living room looks like, it's that.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
But that's a picture.
That's not the real one.
I took a picture of it and thought, you know, we'll have that and see how it looks. And it was kind of funky. And then I did War of the Worlds.
That's badass. What is that? A laser? What is that?
Oh, come on.
It's like robots.
That's Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds.
Yeah, good going, Suzanne. Good going.
Tell me you know what I'm on about.
Yep, War of the Worlds. Good going, Suzanne. Quick, blame everything on her.
Right, Suzanne?
Yeah.
It's your day off.
Yeah.
When we finish this interview, click your Spotify on. Yeah, I know, look at her face because she's being told off now. Click your Spotify on, type in Jeff Wayne, yeah, the War of the Worlds, and you want to go for the original 1978.
Okay.
And then listen to that from start to finish.
Okay, I will.
Steer clear of the one with Liam Neeson in. It was crap.
Okay.
Because it's got Richard Burton narrating. It's got oh shit, Sly, help me out here. Thin Lizzy's lead singer, Phil Lynott. Phil Lynott sings in it.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to War of the Worlds. Okay.
You will like that, and if you don't like it, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
Because you're over there. But
yeah.
But no, it's one of those ones that I have played thousands of times. I think my dad's still got it on double vinyl.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
okay.
It's incredible. It really is. So there you go. The
album art is awesome.
Tilt your head back to War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Because they won't let me play the whole thing on the goddamn show. So. Ow!
I will. That's awesome.
I'm not going to tilt my head back now because I just pulled my shoulder.
Oh, geez.
It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Right. Gonna call it a night. It's 9:20 here. I'm gonna chill for the next hour or so and then hit the hay and try and get some sleep.
No sausage and chips before you go to rest period?
No.
That's what he has. Just so
sausage and chips before bed.
Or fish and chips. That shit was good. Suzanne, no, everybody ate like greasy fried. I freaking loved it. The UK and Texas are a lot closer than people think.
Oh,
when it came to eating that food.
Our barbecues are terrible, unfortunately.
Right, but I mean, the concept was very similar, and that was what surprised me. The beans with the eggs and all of it. I mean, you don't see that like in Detroit, right? No. As versus Texas and England. So,
okay.
I need to try some really good fried chicken if I hit the States.
Yeah, you do.
I've been making my own here from time to time, and
none of that KFC crap, right? You have to have like real fried chicken.
I haven't had a KFC in a while. It's bland as hell now. Not since I started.
Even with the 13 seasons and spices.
Oh, you mean oil, grease, and salt? And then whatever else is on the floor, because they've usually dropped it off. It's the Colonel's secret recipe. Oh shit! Right. Secret recipe.
Yeah.
Kentucky fried mouse. Or unlucky fried kitten.
Yeah. No, you have to come in and try some like real Southern food. Yeah. It's like where I live is the fattest city in America because everyone eats nonstop all day long.
So I could probably fit in quite well there. That's
you cool. You'd be tiny.
Good.
Yeah. He's already close to like a supermodel.
If you want to feel small and insignificant, come to Texas. Everyone is like
Houston has got a lot of big people. Houston is full of
all the horses have bowed backs and bad knees. Yeah.
The horse is right on the people because they're so big.
You know.
Wow.
Craziness. But yeah, it's a date, guys. If you hit the UK, you hit me up, and
absolutely.
If any one of us suddenly becomes mass millionaires, then get those tickets out. Fingers crossed.
We will.
But guys, it's been an absolute pleasure this evening. Don't
Rich,
be
this is awesome.
don't be strangers. You know, we
No.
can always
Yeah,
come
Suzanne.
back and do this again.
Yeah, we would love to like be interviewed any time you want.
Maybe when
August is what we're thinking for the next single that'll actually have a video with it.
Yeah.
So we're excited. The song is already finished. It's really rocking. It's the video that needs to come together so we can have the whole package, and we'd love to talk about it because we really think this one's got some serious cojones to it.
nice.
This song is
Yeah, so I'll get in touch with you.
How about a really cool opening scene to the music video where you're sitting there looking at a laptop and I'm going,
Okay.
no, I'm not. I wouldn't do that anyway. I've got to do this.
Yeah, you gotta do something like that. Like
but
we're
maybe
being-
in your hands, like having fish and chips.
Oh, for crying out. Yeah, maybe.
and some mushy peas. I love mushy peas, so please have some of that.
There it
What's
was.
that?
There it was. Say mushy peas
Mushy-
again.
Mushy peas.
Yeah, that's not American at all.
No,
was
they
that-
don't.
That was that Brit coming back.
You see, he said, "What's that? What's that?"
When she does have when it does slip back on, her and her mother, we're rehearsing, we're eating, whatever, taking a break, and a few drinks have gone by, she'll slip and call us you lot and things like that.
Instead of y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all converts into you lot.
You lot got to calm down. I mean, sorry, y'all. Y'all got to calm down, man.
Y'all. It's still so weird for me to say y'all.
It's one of those things that now seems to be becoming a lot more used online as well.
Yeah,
Because,
it's you know what the plural of y'all is?
No.
All y'all.
All y'all. All y'all motherfuckers back off.
All, there you go. All y'all. I thought y'all meant you all.
You
but,
all, yeah.
But yeah, it's all y'all. All y'all. All y'all motherfuckers need to listen to Rich.
Need to listen to Rich on the radio.
Listen to Rich on the radio. All y'all. There you go.
All y'all listen to Rich on the radio, Indie Rocks UK.
That was wow.
That was really good. Love it.
Do it in Scottish as well.
Hey, you got to listen to Rich on the radio, Indie Rocks UK.
Nice. Nice. We gotta visit Scotland too while we're there.
I haven't been
Rye.
there either. Yeah, another place I've not been. So,
What?
so I don't get out.
It's a little backwards, but you know, they're lovely people.
They deep fry everything, Sly, you know that? Everything.
Oh.
Oh, nice hat. Do you like that deep fried? You've no idea what I just said there, yeah.
No, I would be like, you're fixing to repeat that, right? That's what I would answer.
Extend. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The
Right.
Texas slang.
Yeah, we've got to
Well,
learn
Rich, it
Texas
was great.
slang.
And anytime you need us to come back on, we're there for you.
Yeah, like I say, August, you can call
Yes.
and we'll have a discussion about the music video and 4.
Yeah, 4. I will have my people contact your people, which is just me emailing you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I know.
And I'll have my Mexican police hat on.
Oh,
next
very
time,
nice.
maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. And next time he will not be in his cupboard folding.
Folding clothes.
Right. There's a bunch of laundry right down here. Rock and roll.
Rock and
Yeah,
roll,
rock and
man.
roll.
Fold that shit. Guys, it's been a pleasure. And
Yeah,
I will
me
speak to you
too.
soon. I'll let you know when everything gets sorted.
Okay.
I say next week and the video and bro. Thank you very much.
Thank
This
you
is
so much.
awesome. Thank you, Rich. That's always cool.
No worries, guys. Have a good afternoon. War of the
I will.
Worlds. War of the Worlds.
Yes, I got it. War of the Worlds, the
You will-
original.
Tag me on Twitter once you've done it. I know how long that thing plays, so I'll know whether you're lying or not. All right.
Okay.
No
Okay.
pressure, of course. No, none at all.
Right. No pressure. Until Indie Rocks UK.
Yeah.
Exactly. Guys,
All right, Rich.
all the best. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right. Thanks.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
The Tilt Interview.